Good evening, everybody. Matrix here, and here's my watch list for April 30th. Okay, so before we start, I want to mention that tomorrow we have a lot of earnings opening pre-market. So a couple of tickers that I want to mention is MCD McDonald's, LLY Eli Lilly, MA MasterCard, and Shopify SHOP. So these four tickers will definitely be moving and shaking tomorrow morning. I will check on those as a side watch, potential main watch as we open tomorrow. Now let's get into the watch list. Before we start, let's take a look at the futures right now. Okay, so the futures is opening down about 3 points, so that's like about 30 cents on the SPY. Overall, the SPY really did nothing today. I mean, it opened, it ran to all-time highs, and then it came right back down and closed at the same price. And now we're opening a little flat and under. So overall, I mean, don't know how to actually judge this action right now. I mean, some could say it failed. We made some support over here at the previous day's high. So overall, the market didn't move at all in pricing. I'm just going to keep the bias tomorrow as the same tomorrow, looking for a dip to hold the previous highs here around the SPY, which correlates. Let me come into the SPY real quick. Which correlates to 293. So we're going to watch for 293 and perhaps the 290-275 area to hold and then bounce right back up. Or if 293 snaps hard, retraces and fails from there, we would get a hard pull down to the 292 area. Okay, so it's still choppy. Overall volume is a little it's pretty tight, compact range, right? It's not major volume. It's pretty average. So overall, I think it's going to be a choppy day tomorrow. Looking at the SPY here. Let's see here. Daily chart. Yeah. We'll see. But we are riding this 9 EMA. It needs a little pullback. So tomorrow we might get a hard pull day. So let's take a look at the main watch list here. Intel, total miss. Forgot to check up back on this. Intel today, it failed at 52.50 from its negative earnings reaction and just sold off from there. It has sold off a lot, so what I want to see is, looking at this chart, short sellers piled in. What I want to see is a cover pop back up. Currently, it's sitting at $51, right, which is a key psychological hold number, as well as it's also a prior support here. So depending on what it does tomorrow pre-market, if it snaps under 51 and it holds under 51, it's still a short. And I do like to see it come all the way back down to the next target is the 50 area right here, right? So next target area, $50. That's the downside if it gaps down. However, I mean, because of how much it's sold, I am anticipating more of a pullback day tomorrow. So we'll definitely be looking for a cover pop at the open. All these short sellers piled in, and if it doesn't gap down tomorrow, they will take some profits, bringing the stock back up. The first resistance area I'll be looking at is 51.50. Okay, and then the next area, the 51.80s area. So looking at the 30-minute chart right here, this is the next area I'll be looking at. And then if that pops through, we have the key psychological hold number of 52 as well. From there, I don't think the stock can get all the way back up to 52. We'll see. It snapped previous day's lows, right? So prior support now becomes resistance, most likely looking for rejection around this 51.50 to 51.75 area, and then bring it right back down. It should be like a tight range tomorrow, though. I mean, from 51.75, it might just slowly fade back down to the 51 and close. Okay, so that's INTC. Next up, we have NVDA. beautiful day today. I mean, we had a hard sell-off, which is in sympathy to Intel's earnings, right? And then the next day, which is today, we got basically a dip and hold, rip back up, and then late day we see a fail here after hours. Yeah, late day we see a fail here after hours, and it's selling off again. So overall, the stock is looking pretty weak. I think it wants to. I'm gonna be watching the highs here of the previous days, not even as high as previous days. Let's take a look here. Yeah, major volume. I like to see it reject here at this 179.50s area. Okay, this is resistance number 1. Okay, and then we also have here the 180s. So basically, 180.50. I like right around here, 180.40, 180.50. Okay, so looking for cover pop back up and fail. The 179 also a nice whole number. It was basically key support today. Also pre-market highs, as you can see. So pre-market highs fail from there, popped up, held, and ripped again, and now after hours it failed, right? So this is also a nice resistance area to look for a pop into and re-short it. Overall, it's looking weak, and I like to see it test the lows again at the 176, 175 area. So NVDA, definitely a good watch. Pinterest. Pinterest is very interesting to me. The stock has gone parabolic, and this is it looks like a penny stock. Okay, so it's very dangerous to buy up here right now. However, we do have some very key levels that I want to watch. Very overbought. The way it closed so strong. It does look like that and we are gapping up after hours. It does look like we are going to gap up tomorrow. So on a gap up, I'll be watching 35 and 35.50. Okay. And I anticipate the gap up to ride up to here at the open. Will sell and take profits and then causing a dump. Now, will tomorrow be the first red day? We don't know yet. I'll be watching for that. I'll be watching for some double top action. Okay. On here, as you can see, Pinterest it respects these $50 50 cents areas very well, right? So we have 34 here. A very key level. Today, right here, late day, it broke out of 33.50. So right here on this candle, if you come into the 5-minute chart, it basically got bought up from 33 as well. So looking at 33, see how it's 50 cents and it's getting stepped up, right? 33. Key support area. If it dumps hard, gonna be looking for a hold from this area here, and I am looking for a dump out the gates. So looking for a dump out the gate for a profit take. Let's see if and every 50 cents you just gotta keep watch, right? As far as buying goes, the only interesting area I want to buy is if it comes back down to 32.5. Let's see here, 35. No, if it comes back down to 32, all right. So this here is a key support area, 32. I'm just gonna mark that off. As you see, it basically dipped hard today at 2 o'clock, and from there, this is where the buying happened, right? So this is a 32, very key support area. I want to see it come down hard and fast, and see if 32 holds. Okay, if 32 holds, then I might buy and play it against the 31.50 area. But we'll see. It's gone up so much. I definitely don't want to buy the highs here. Okay, so if it breaks out above 35 and starts holding on 35, then we should get another a magnet up. And with these IPOs, with this extended volume, next area I'm looking at is 3750 after 35, and then 40, and then 4750. All right, so sorry, 4250. So that's kind of like a watch for PINS. This is a tough trade. Actually, it's a tougher trade than for newer and beginning traders, because it's moving like a penny stock, right? Today it respected 30 really well and started running 32. 32, definitely interesting. Okay, very solid double bottom here at 32, and then a higher low here at 32 and a half. So if you want to trade this, you'll be watching every 50-cent level, okay, and using 50-cent risks. So that's PINS. And I guess I'll put in Google, GOOG, had earnings after hours, and obviously we had a negative earnings reaction. Now, Google has an average true range of about 16 points, and this thing is not really showing up the next day here. It's not showing up the gap down. So we are gapping down. Let's map off the current price here and change this color. So I'll show you on the daily chart. We are gapping down and we are sitting at about 1193, right? Call it 1193.50. Perfect. Okay. So we are sitting right here at a prior support area. Google is a big brand name, and even though it had a negative earnings reaction, they're still a very profitable company. And I think this sell-off was overall reaction. As you can see, I mean, taking a look at prior to earnings, people have been buying up, and now they're buying up into the earnings, and now the stock has kind of, let's see, kind of broke trend. Okay, so what I want to see is I want to see how this 1190 reacts here, and also the 50 EMA on the daily chart, or 50 SMA on the daily chart. Okay, this level I see right here, this 1175 area is pretty key. We're basically into this area, right? And coming over here, we have an area here, the highs. 1217. Okay, so the way I want to do this is, I mean, if it reclaims 1200 and holds, then I do like it for long to pull it back up to 1220, all right, or even 1210, 1215, 1215, pull it back up to 1215, okay, because of its average true range of about $16, right? And from there, we might get a sell-off and fade back down to the 1200s again. Okay, this overall is an overreaction, in my opinion. People who bought in are actually pretty much in the water. I just don't see it sell off anymore. And even if it does, it'll probably get down to around here at the 1175. Now, if 1175 snaps, we have a lot of room to come down. But for Google to come down that hard, it's tough, right? Such a big brand name. So that's what I'll be watching for. I'll actually be watching for long, looking for a double bottom at 1190. Price discovery, the first half an hour to 45 minutes, very important for me. I'll be watching the VWAP and see if it reclaims a VWAP and do a VWAP bounce from there. And yeah, that's Google. And finally, JD, I'll be taking a look at. JD, did not have news. So this run up was purely a technical run up over here. For JD to run up this much, this is quite unusual with low faded volume as well. So some could say this is basically a retracement and a short squeeze from this prior sell-off here. Tomorrow, I am looking for a rejection here at around the $30.15 area. Okay, so I'll be watching that and see how it reacts. The way the stock closed so well, I mean, I am anticipating a little gap up here tomorrow. And from the open, I think these guys will take profits. For JD to run so much, it's just irregular. So just on the technical side, I mean, I wish it had some sort of a catalyst. It did reclaim the 9 EMA, and we are back into this range level right here. Okay, so on the side watch, I do like the 30-20, 30-15 reject and bring it right back down to the 9 EMA first, and then perhaps bring it all the way back down here to the 29 area or today's opening price. Okay, and that's basically it. So that's my watch list for this evening. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all bright and early tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Ciao.